Happy Easter, everybody. This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another wrestling news video, but this is going to be a bit more special today because it is Easter Sunday, and how you're doing on this nice, lovely spring holiday of renewal. Let me know in the comments down below, and yeah, we're going to be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories that you SNA fans need to know from the Fightful Select article. And yeah, make sure to sit tight and enjoy the video because it's going to get very, very interesting on today's news. Well, I'm not sure if I should say it that way, but I should rephrase myself saying like watch it and this because it could get get very, very, very interesting and very, very, very shocking. I don't know what else what else to say, but let's get started on today's wrestling news video. We got Griffin celebrates with custom WWE title where and hits the Triple H hit the Triple H as Alabama Crimson Tide ahead. Like Ron Griffin was hyped to be celebrating with a custom WWE championship as the University of Alabama is headed to the Final Four. Like Ryland Griffin shooting guard for Alabama, was Griffin a custom undisputed WWE Universal Championship with Alabama like side plates as the University of Alabama's Crimson Tide men's basketball team has qualified for its first Final Four in the history of the program. In footage that was captured as he was celebrating with the custom championship, Griffin said it was nearly better than a trophy, and was also excited to hit the Triple H, making a motion like Triple H does. And I should say, let me rephrase that. Ryland Griffin Lee became a kid again. Said this trophy while taking a picture of it and tweeting it on Twitter, in defeating the Clemson Tigers on Saturday, March 30th, yesterday, beating them by 6 points at a score of 89-82. WWE has recently begun selling MLB inspired WWE Championship belts as well, and it continues to try and increase its crossover presence by way of its partnership with Fanatics. And what are your thoughts on what are your thoughts from what's his name? NCAA basketball team, basketball team do an impersonation of Triple H of the water spot on this victory win from the Clemson Tigers yesterday at the 8, what's that, the final 8? I forget the name of it, but yeah, the Alabama I forget the name of the team, but yeah, this Alabama NCAA basketball team made it to the Final Four. And who do you think is going to win the Final Four basketball team? Which I need to do research and show you who's exactly in it. But let me know in the comments down below on who exactly is going to win. But yeah, Alabama's in it still. Like, and for those Alabama fans, like, make sure to stay tuned to watch and see if they can win. And also, and do you think that they will, or do you think it's going to be the no, one of the other three teams that made it into this year's Final Four? Let me know in the comments down below. But let's move on to the next wrestling news. We got Danny Luna defeats Windsor like in a dog collar match and a dog collar match, and retains the British Women's Championship at Rev Pro Rumble. Danny Luna will not die, would defend her undisputed British Women's Championship crown against former champion Alex Windsor. Yeah, like I mean, in a dog collar match, of course, and in a stipulation that came together after Windsor viciously attacked Luna with a chain at Rev Pro High Stakes, and Febna was busted open early on in the match after Windsor landed several chain assisted strikes to her head, and soon after, Windsor would suffer the same fate. Would also utilize the chain, keeping the pair tied together creatively, as both women use it to tie the other up in the ropes before Luna used used it to drive her a brutal clothesline with introduce a dog collar. I mean, not dog. What's a dog collar? Dog chain. The dog cage. What's a dog chain? Either. My bad. I introduced a dog cage to the match, which brutally backfired on her, as Luna is a devastating Luna hits a devastating slam onto it. Soon after, the pair would later exchange chain assisted submission holds before Luna finally was able to put Windsor away with a brutal Luna landing. After the match, Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews would come out onto the stage and celebrate with their subculture stablemate. And there's a video of it with, I mean, not video. Here's a image of it, on the post on her X account. More likely Fightful's X account. My apology, but yeah. And what are your thoughts on Danny Luna retaining the Rev Pro championship, or Rev Pro British Women's Championship? Let me know in the comments down below, and yeah, let me know down below, you Rev Pro fans that watch the show, and what's your thoughts on the matter. And let's move on to the next wrestling news. We got Paul Heyman news now, going on about his status in the Hall of Fame this year, with him saying it would have been disrespectful to Triple H to turn to turn down Hall of Fame induction. Paul Heyman explained why he accepted a Hall of Fame induction bid. Paul Heyman is set to headline the 2024 WWE Hall of Fame class, taking his spot in the hall in front of a Philadelphia crowd that he knows very well, given his history with ECW. Heyman's legacy speaks for itself, as he's been a manager, producer, commentator, promoter, and much more throughout. Graham Matthews, of the Wrestle Rant, Heyman explained why he accepted the honor. He he said, I was surprised. I accepted too. I turned it down because I never wanted to do it while still active, because I in my heart, in my perspective, it is I'm going to accept this lifetime achievement of award, and continue on for a little while. That's not much of a goal, for the future. The goal for the future right now is to make everyone regret asking me to accept this honor this year, because the true value of my Hall of Fame career came after 2024. That the heights that I can reach after this induction make what happened before this induction pale by comparison, like he said. And then continued, I accepted the award this year, number one, because it's in Philadelphia, and it's a unique opportunity that we are a few blocks away from corner, like the in Brittner, where the ECW arena sat. To do it is me acknowledging Philly, because you'd think I'd want to take this in New York, like with this in Yankee Stadium, in the Bronx, where only originally from. Like I'm doing this in Philly, it's in homage to Philly. Number one, Philly, because it allowed me to do ECW. Number two, I'm doing this because my kids have been nagging me about it for years. When when are you going to be going to accept the Hall of Fame? When are you going to accept the Hall of Fame? I think, number one, they really want to see their father be honored, and number two, I don't either. I don't think either one. I don't think either one of them uh, want to give a speech after my give us after my death. Like they don't want to take it through thermos uh, posthumously, and they're uh, like let the old man just take the freaking award already. Finally, Heyman recognized Triple H as to why he couldn't turn down the offer. And he explained that's the third reason why he didn't turn down this opportunity of being inducted this year. And he said number three, and perhaps this is most profound reason. This is the first year that Triple H or uh, or Paul Levesque was chosen the entire class of the whole thing, and one of my life's great honors has been witnessing the work that Paul Levesque like has done as the chief creative officer in WWE. The shoes that he has filled, the accomplishments that he has to live up to, the the disruption of the entire industry that he has to follow, and is a task that no man or woman would ever look at with a reasonable perspective. And he has not only lived up to it, but we are in the midst of the hottest run in the history, just of WWE, but in all of sports entertainment. We smash records every quarter of every year, and now every night, merchandise records, television license fees, audience figures, in gross and in net dot, the performers are making more on an advantage in average than ever before in the history of the industry, taken into account, and that's because of the mag magnificent job, making a what's a magnificent, magnificent job, with that magnificent job that Paul Levesque has done to be the first person named to the Hall of Fame by Paul Levesque, to be the first headliner of a class that he has chosen, is one of the greatest honors of my career in my life. And then he ended the interview saying it would be a demonstration. I was about to say demonstration of disrespect to, if I were to have turned that down out of respect and admiration for the job that he's done for the man himself. I'm honored to be inducted this year. Plus it's in Philly. Plus it's WrestleMania 40, and plus for once it gives me something that shuts my damn kids up. While making the media rounds, Heyman says he was going to wing his speech. You can find his full comments right here on this link, along with Heyman, Bull Nakano, and Thunderbolt Patterson, Muhammad Ali, and the U.S. Express. Yeah, which is the members Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda will be inducted as 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 part of the 2024 class. And what are your thoughts on Paul Heyman giving out the reasons why he decided to accept the Hall of Fame induction this year? and do you agree with his reasons why? Like, let me know in the comments down below. Like, yeah, yeah, which he killed, I believe, three stones and three birds with one stone, like shutting his damn kids up, and also not to mention he do not want to be looking very what's that? He want to be disrespectful to Paul Levesque on the work he's been doing from the past year or two as the chief creative officer. That's what the name of what he is, and that's what position he's doing as executive of WWE. And he did not want to look disrespectful and what's that? What's the other word he said that um you don't be grotesquer, yeah, that's the name of it. And also not to mention grotesque, disrespectful, and then plus it makes sense. Like it's WrestleMania season. I mean, it gets WrestleMania 40, the 40th year anniversary of the show of shows, and also it's also he and this time is the promoter of the ECW promotion. I guess you could say before it got sold out by Vince, got sold to Vince McMahon back 13 years ago. Pretty much fully died like in February of 2010, which that was over 14 years ago. Paul Heyman on what do you think he has to say into this speech next week, or maybe even 5 days from now, I should say, less than a week, this coming Friday, when SmackDown goes off the air. Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I think that's probably so much to talk about, like from the start of his wrestling industry to the beginning, which he probably gonna bring some stuff up that he mentioned before, like when he was the co-host of Talking Smack, or when he's being his out of character self. Like he's probably gonna go down the list and talk about pretty much everything, like in his time for the past 30 years of being a wrestling promoter, commentator, manager, or even an executive producer, and even a writer for Monday Night Raw. Maybe he has plenty. And plus it don't have to be just from his ECW days in order to talk about some memory moments that he had, like in his from for the past 20 years of being a wrestling personality, yes, you could say, on no matter which company he's been on, which majority of his career being in WWE as a what's that, a marquee figure of being manager, like being a memorable manager with the likes of the Undertaker. And well, I think that was probably WCW he did for the Undertaker, but you get the point. Like or for the past 30 years, like him or what's his name, Stone Cold Steve Austin, I believe, and then it was and Brock Lesnar, and then it was the Big Show, and then I believe RVD, and then CM Punk, and then even went back to managing Brock Lesnar, and also he now currently managing Roman Reigns, which he has been doing for the last 4 years or 3.5 years, like how long he's been, since 2020, August 2020. Which and if it hadn't been for WWE moving to the Thunderdome, like we wouldn't have seen Roman Reigns back in the squared circle, like because he was pretty much retired by then when the health crisis was going on, like with the coronavirus being everywhere around the world, like in this planet, like which made everybody, every citizen and everybody in the world to stay inside and what's that? Stay inside and be quarantine. Yeah, that's right. That's the quarantine and quarantine, and they cannot go out there, or else there will be risk of catching the virus, and they can make them very sick or even worse. Like it could be possibly a cause of death. So that's what Roman Reigns did not want to be in that risk, and he's one of the guys that's definitely immune to it. So that's why he stayed at home, and he was thinking to himself like why do I risk me and my family's life just to be on the championship match at that year's WrestleMania? Like, and then there won't be a guarantee that I'll be okay after uh after doing this match with Goldberg. Like, and plus, like if I do, if we're more like when I do win, that means I hold on to the championship and be the tops. The SmackDown's top guy, like at this very unfortunate time, like, and maybe this was a blessing in disguise, like because like there's nobody around to boo him or like of being the top guy, like WWE's trying to keep pushing, which when but like it excuse me, like they didn't have to do so, and then yeah, and they do so. And I mean, even if they did put the championship on him and he agreed that I don't want to be nobody to boo him right now, like only on their TV screens. But at the same time, like he did, like coronavirus is not as bad that it was in the beginning, which like he took like a leave of absence for like about 4 or 5 months. And he came back. And then he made his presence known during a SummerSlam match between Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship, which he won 7 days afterwards. And maybe like he wouldn't have exactly the tribal chief character if it hadn't been for the global pandemic. Like, but luckily, yeah, Roman Reigns, but luckily, like they had everything. They did some improvements in WWE, and they moved over to the Thunderdome. Like, and that's when they convinced Roman Reigns to come back, and he played this tribal chief persona, which they had him and Paul Heyman play on like during their time, which he could talk about times like that, like when how Roman Reigns became the tribal chief in the first place, with him being paired up with him. Like, not get too much in realistic side of things. Just get into what brought him being the special counsel of the tribal chief. It'll be more likely a storyline, like kayfabe version of how they literally became this duo, like Paul Heyman is serving the special counsel as Roman Reigns is the tribal chief, and having this long great title reign for over 3.5 years, nearly 4 years of becoming the championship in August of 2020. Yeah. And it seems like he's gonna hold on to that championship, and at least until Cody night 2 at WrestleMania, like 2 days after this Hall of Fame induction, or maybe he can even hold on to that title until like the end of 2024, or even the beginning of 2025. You never know. Like he can have a good 4-year reign, or even a 4.5-year title reign. But let me know in the comments below about that. But let me know also about what your thoughts on Paul Heyman's Hall of Fame status, and just explaining why he didn't. Why he did. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm coming. But anyways, let me know in the comments below on why what your thoughts on Paul Heyman accepting this year's class, and him explaining it. And do you agree? Like, on these reasons why, yeah, just leave it down below. We got some more Paul Heyman news, but before I continue, I better take my nephew somewhere. like to see what exactly the Easter Bunny brought him. Excuse me for a second. Okay. Oh, Easter Bunny haven't came yet. You gotta wait for him. Just wait right here. I'm gonna go back in the room. Right here. No, it's not. He didn't came yet. How about you watch God's video? No, try you. Come on, let's catch. In the meantime, try you. Yeah. I'm trying to keep him out of the way. I'm almost trying to prank him. I'm trying to make sure he doesn't see. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I think Mom said that it's not ready yet, but she's gonna have it. She's almost done with it. With the food, baby. I'll make it back when you come in. Yeah, sure. Oh, you right there, birdie. Oh, Chris. Yeah, it seems like a couple more eggs. Yeah. I'm gonna ask her. Okay. She said about a couple of minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes. Okay. No, no problem. Sorry about that, SNA fan. I'm back here, but it's talk more about Paul Heyman, which is that Paul Heyman instead of comparing he instead of comparing, he said he preferred to strive to set the standard. Now, a kayfabe version of Paul Heyman. Now, it's he answers whether or not his pairing with Roman Reigns on TV should be compared to uh, a Nick Bach Winkle Bonewinkle, like in Bobby Heenan or any other act in wrestling history. Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns have been paired together on WWE television since September 2020. I'm pretty sure it was August, even though it was the end of August, but like they should have correctly no offense, Fightful, but y'all should correctly clarify on when exactly he originally started managing or the special counsel of the current Universal Champion and Tribal Chief. But anyway, since then they have been the linchpin of all major storylines, leading to into the most recent for WrestleMania as Paul continues to serve as the special counsel of the tribal chief. During a recent interview with Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated, Paul Heyman explained that he doesn't like try to be compared to any act. Rather, he wants to be the standard that everyone else is compared to. He said, "The only comparison I make to other acts is whether the greatness we seek puts us over and above the greatness they achieve," said Heyman. And instead of comparing, I prefer to strive to set the standard in the end that leaves everyone else comparing themselves to us. Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns' relationship will will be on display on the next episode of A&E, of the biography of A&E's biography of WWE legends. Paul Heyman directed and executive produced the special. Roman Reigns will next wrestle on back-to-back nights during WrestleMania. On the first night, he will team with his cousin The Rock against his future WrestleMania Night 2 opponent Cody Rhodes and his tag team partner, the current World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. Then on the second night, he will defend his undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Cody Rhodes in a rematch from last year's WrestleMania on night 2. And let me know in the comments down below, and what your thoughts on Roman Reigns fighting Cody Rhodes again, in the second straight night. And I'm not sure why I even said, but most importantly, let me know who's gonna win that, and also who. But most importantly, who is going? Most importantly, what do you think about Paul Heyman? Does not really, for an example, what's his name? Nick Bockwinkel, Nick Bockwinkel, and what's his name? And Bobby the Brain Heenan. That's what his name is. Yeah. You much rather than have the next generation of future legendary wrestlers and their managers be compared to Roman Reigns and a Paul Heyman, which I believe that's what other wrestling promotions trying to do, trying to get that comparison and that attention to be they're like their own version of Roman and Paul. But I'm not sure if they should be doing that. They should be the next thing. That's what makes them more originally successful, if you know what I mean. Is to be yourself, and if you have the passion to be in this industry, you should make that known to everyone else, on how great of a performer you are. But what the point Paul Heyman was making, he's trying to be more of a memorable figure, which he already has. Even where everybody remember him when he was managing Brock Lesnar in the early days, in the Ruthless Aggression era days, and also and even in the modern day, with him being this incarnate UFC version of himself, from his UFC version of himself, when he made his return. Even though I haven't managed him probably since 2020, or not 2020. Yeah, 2020. technically 2020, but he kind of did also manage him back in early 2022, like when he was in the feud with Bobby Lashley for the WWE World Championship. But he immediately turned on him, like as soon as Roman Reigns attacks him and cost him the championship, with Bobby Lashley regaining the WWE Championship from the Beast Incarnate. But yeah, well, and then also Roman Reigns then excuse me, my bad. And then Roman Reigns managed to unify those championships, like after Brock Lesnar went right back at the Elimination Chamber, which it featured Seth Rollins, I believe Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, Austin Theory, and then there was another guy, Matt Riddle. It was Matt Riddle, yeah. It was all 6 of them, like in that match, which Brock Lesnar won, and he did a very frightening spot to Austin, like slammed the F5 right onto him right off that upper right side top of the chamber, like and slamming him face first right onto the chamber floor. But yeah, let me know about that right down in the comments section, right down below on what was your thoughts, because this was like a year before I started doing the SNA podcast, but now I can do it and I can tell you how I felt about that. Yeah, it's very brutally scary for being in Austin Theory shoes, taking an F5 like that. Yeah, like that's just insane. Yeah, but yeah, let's move on to the next wrestling news. And but yeah, let me know about Paul Heyman's comments about being a legendary wrestling manager right down below. Let's move on to the next wrestling news. We got some Grizzled Young Veteran news, and they win the undisputed British Tag Team Champions from the Revolution Rumble, or at the Revolution Rumble. My apologies for that miss sentence. But anyways, there is new British tag team champions at Rev Pro's Revolution Rumble. Like on Sunday, Subculture put their undisputed tag team titles on the line, like against Grizzled Young Veterans. Like the match was a back and forth affair between the two teams, but as the match headed towards its conclusion, the GYV would take Flash Morgan Webster out on the outside ring, with leaving Mark Andrews in a 2-on-1 situation. Like soon after, the Grizzled Young Veterans were able to put Andrews away with the 3 count, as they were exiting the Grizzled Young and Brandon White championships for 266 days, defending the titles for the throne. Do you think this is some kind of revenge from the time on the UK brand roster, like when the Grizzled Young Veterans were like when they were in this tag, like they were top for nearly 2 years until losing it to Pretty Deadly. Let me 21, like when NXT UK was very interesting to watch just as much as the regular NXT show. But yeah, let me know all about that in the comment section right down below. And do you think it's like a revenge match, like but then finally beating them? But this time it's for UK belt that's been based off the UK wrestling scene, like which is Rev Pro, of course. Like, but But yeah, let me know about that. And what are your thoughts on him having a new set of opponents after defeating Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews, which is these guys named Danny Jones and Brendan White. For those Rev Pro fans that are watching the SNA podcast right now, let me know also about that in the comment section right down below. But let's move on to the next wrestling news. We got But yeah, man, we got so many Rev Pro wrestling news on today's show. Like even though they just had their Revolution Rumble event today, like hours ago, but we're gonna move on to the next slide. We got NJPW's road to Sakura Genesis. And there's the results right here. Defends the KOPW title against Tonga Loa. New Japan Pro Wrestling held night 2 of its NJPW Road to Sakura Genesis event on March 30th from Act City, Matsu, like in Sensuoka, Japan. The event aired on you can hear, which he defeated, like in the intergalactic Jets setters like Kevin Knight and Kushida also defeated the Bullet Club's War Dogs, which specifically is Claire. Clark. Well, I thought that was an E rather than a. Well, I thought it was an E rather than a K. My bad. But anyway, Clark, Connor, and Jito. Like they, Kushida and Kevin Knight of the intergalactic jet setters. We also got 5 guys of Dookie Sonata and Doki Sonata and Taichi Taka, like Michinoka and Yoa Mura, like defeating Chaos of Ta Ta Tamahiro Ishii and Turayamo, like and then Desperado, El Desperado, like and then defeating Tamahiro Ishii, Turo Yam Nanu, and El Desperado, and Oleg Bolton, and Tom Moki Hama, and then we got Bullet Club of Chase Owens and Teiji Ishimori, like defeat Haruki Goto and Tiger Mask. And we also got House of Torture with Ren Norita Show and Yoshi Nambu and Yoshinobu Kanemaru defeated Shota Umino and Kogi Makabe, like and Yo. And then we got Los in Goldberg. Goldberg like the Japan, like which is Bushi Hiromu Hiromu Takahashi, like in Yoto Tuji, and the United Empire of them taking on and defeating the United Empire. Let me rephrase that with Callum New and TJP. Wow, TJP's in New Japan now. Wow, how did I know that? But anyways, Los in go and Goldburn na go in go and go and Goldburn not enables and Goldburn enables the Japan the Japan like what's that upon Shingo Takagi like in Texua and I mean Tuya like NATO Tetua NATO defeats House of Torture, Evil, and Yujiro Takahashi, and NJPW King of Pro Wrestling Champion of in a like which is. And we got a Joe Championship match with Euro Revitalization in Mantu in a 2-on-3 falls match with it being falls with a match with Great Khan as champion, defeating Tonga Loa in a with Great Khan getting a 2 with 2 falls, while Tonga Loa only got 1 in this 2-out-3 falls contest, which I believe main evented the show, if I'm not mistaken. But what are your thoughts on last night's road to Genesis? Sakura Genesis. That's what it's called. Sakura. And did you watch it? Where did you watch it? Did you watch it as a live attendance, or did you watch it as watching at home on your TV screen, on whatever you get your streaming pay-per-views from, or get your streaming from in general, wherever I say. Wherever you get it from, let me know in the comments below for those New Japan fans, and what your thoughts on about it, and how good was new on this Sakura Genesis pay-per-view event was. Let me know right down in the comments down below. But let's move on to the next wrestling news. We got Tony Khan praises London lightning. My apologies. I thought it lighting. Like my bad. We got Tony Khan praises London Lightning following AEW Rampage tapings. Tony Khan praises London Lightning. London Lightning is set to be part of April 5th's edition of AEW Rampage. After the bout took place, Tony Khan greeted Lightnings. And this is what he posted on his Twitter page, saying, "I have noticed them long before like last night's show, which why I put him in that putting him in his home fun AEW Rampage this coming Friday." Post on X from the AEW president. And London has been a part of Ring of Honor's tapings in the past. Fans can also check out like spoilers from this coming Friday on AEW Rampage. But what are your thoughts on Tony Khan giving high praise on this new guy in AEW wrestling on this latest tapings of AEW Rampage, which I would expect them to wait until this coming Wednesday. It seemed like they probably did a double tapings from this past Friday, or more likely to double taping this past Wednesday. To do one on put out this episode on Friday, and then do the second one this coming Friday on April 5th. But yeah. But let me know in the comments down below on what your thoughts on. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts on in the comment section right down below. And do you think Tony Khan found he's just gonna put on a great performance, and he's gonna put on a few more base one? But I'm not sure if that will happen, because it seems like Tony Khan has locked him in, and make sure he stays in the all wrestling ring, and he's gonna perhaps put him, make him sign the contract to make him officially all elite. But I think that's my opinion. But it could be going either way. But I think Tony Khan's gonna lock him in for a deal that he's not gonna refuse. And besides, like, who would refuse the deal from the AEW president and wrestling on his show? Because he gives them the money that his wrestlers want. Not to mention the he wants, and the matches and storylines that they would want to be in as well. And if for those that want to do anything, that's a double win-win situation for that wrestler that wants to have some wrestling experience. But yeah, let's move on to the next wrestling news, which we got one more AEW news before we close things off. Except this time it's with Evil Uno, with him saying at its heart, like mystery wrestling is about surprises and great pro wrestling. Evil Uno discusses running the mystery wrestling promotion with Fightful's Joe Pearl. Evil Uno's mystery wrestling promotion. And why did I even say AEW? But even though he's an AEW wrestler and he's a part of the Dark Order faction, but that doesn't mean it's about AEW. It's about its wrestlers running a independent wrestling promotion. But anyways, back to the it says that the Evil Uno's mystery wrestling promotion was launched in 2023, and since the relaunch, they have hosted 7 events. All of the events have run out of Uno's Uno's hometown, at Gatineau, Quebec, Canada, which that explains why we haven't seen him in any of the other Dark Order members. Most definitely, and especially him, because they were in his hometown. Because he was in his hometown, relaunching his continuing to do some some work doing the relaunch of the mystery wrestling promotion. And his hometown in Gatineau, Quebec, Canada. And speaking with Fightful's Joe Pearl for a new interview, Uno spoke about the longevity of the promotion, saying that he has always assumed the promotion would keep going until they run out of money, or something happens to cancel all shows entirely. He explained, "When I started and I just assumed we'd keep doing it until either it would run out of money or entirely. I'm not surprised we're at 7. I think I'm more surprised at how well it's been going. It's been building up steam show over show. We're selling out our venues. We're getting 1,500 to 2,000 views live. It's been going very, very well. and I only have fewer surprises in store for the next few. He said. Mystery Wrestling has featured names such as Mansoor and Mace, Killer Kelly and Daniel Garcia, Thunder Rosa, and Chris Statlander. When discussing how he gets these names, talents to appear on the shows, like Uno says that he simply reaches out to them himself, utilizing the connection he's made over his 2 decades in the industry. And he added, I reached out myself. Like, this is a venture that has my name attached to it, and I go at the forefront, and I ask my friends or people that I've met. I have 20 years of experience I've networked networked a long time and met a lot of people. I I don't want to say I know what people like in wrestling, but I co what I like in wrestling, and I try to aim for people that I think are very good and will supply great professional wrestling. I also do people in a uh, small bingo hall in Quebec, Canada. Overall, like Uno knows what uh, aura like he wants to bring in to the shows, and while he's focused on the uh, surprise mystery wrestling, it's all it's all about creating a great pro wrestling show for everyone. And I believe this is he ended saying mystery wrestling at its key, like, and it's very hard is about things, like it's about surprises and giving you great professional wrestling. The surprises tell themselves, like they are all about the big names, he said. Getting Daniel Garcia, who is one of the hottest names at this current moment, and putting him in front of this crowd, it it will eli- elicit a reaction. It is a bit calculated, but a lot of what I do, I try to run shows that go within 2 hours. This was my longest show because I booked one match more than I should have. I think if you give people too much wrestling, you'll not get your fan. In the way I do it, like I like all wrestling. I like variety. Why give give them one taste when you give them a buffet? I try to pick and choose like the best in everything. He continued. When I wanted to showcase lucha, I found a gravity and Gringo, like Gringo logo, the best base in wrestling. When I want to show Joshi, make I have Maki Ito and Emi Sakura, Psycho Mike, and will be on every show forever because he is what I think is mystery burning the tropes like of pro wrestling within a comedic setting in the ring. I try to always aim to do things differently, showcasing a lot of Canadians because they don't have the same platform as a lot of people. I try to mix the big surprises of elsewhere, but also some of the best pro wrestlers from around here who may not get those opportunities at the very end. In the most simpler, the simplistic way is this is a buffet. I want everyone to enjoy it. Like if you like one type of wrestling where we're probably going to hammer on it at some point. If you don't like the other type of wrestling, like wait until the next match. It will switch around. And then it says fans can check out the results from Mystery Wrestling, like and all over independent wrestling shows in Fightful's results. The section right here, like the results section on their link on Fightful's results section of Mystery Wrestling. And what are your thoughts on Evil Uno? He's been promoting for the past years and bringing in some of the wrestlers like that he knows, like especially from AEW, like with the likes of Chris Statlander, Emi Sakura, what's their names? Gravity, Gringo, Loco, like, but they're from he's from CMLL, I believe, or AAA was it? And even Daniel Garcia also as well. He was there too. That made an appearance at Evil Uno's promotion at Mystery Wrestling. But yeah, let me know all about that in the comments below. And for those Mystery Wrestling fans out there, tell me how good this wrestling promotion that Evil Uno's running right now. Let me know about that in the comments as well. That he may be goofy and silly, but it seems like he's very intelligent when it comes to running a wrestling business. But yeah, I'll say if I ever get a chance to run into Mystery Pro Wrestling or just Mystery Wrestling, because it is a independent wrestling company in Canada. But yeah, let me know all about that down below. And yes, sir and ma'am, that was the end of today's Easter edition of the Wrestling News. Not that much about Easter, only about pro wrestling, like only just about pro wrestling, and also about pro and also about the Sakura Genesis New Japan event, and also Evil Uno's his independent wrestling company, and Tony Khan giving high praise to the what's his name to London Lightning. That's right. But yeah, hope we all guys having a great Easter Sunday. And also, yeah, which one was your favorite out of his wrestling news list? I have to give it to, I'll say Paul Heyman, of the reason why he finally he took the induction like for this year's class for many of reasons. But yeah, let me know what y'all's favorite out of this list in the comments down below. Which I'm probably going to have some European fans and Japanese fans and even even Canadian fans that will possibly watch this video and they'll see like what exactly I talked about on today's wrestling news video. Even though I don't have that in the caption because I wasn't prepared for this, which maybe I should have been prepared about talking about this in the wrestling news like before I start scheduling. But let me know about that in the comments down below, and I'm glad to be talking whatever that's in the list of in the world of professional wrestling. And if you like this video, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button, subscribe, click the bell notification icon bell so you can be the first one to know when I upload my latest videos. Also, make sure to check out my next wrestling news video for the Easter Monday / April Fool's edition of the SNA podcast wrestling news video, where I'll be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors that you SNA fans need to know from the from I'll say from the Sportskeeda article. Nah, April Fools on the wrestling on the on I'll say the what's that the Wrestling Inc. news Wrestling Inc. news article on April 1st, 2024. Hopefully I got you on that saying Sportskeeda, but I was just joshing with you. But anyways, we also got the April 1st edition of Monday Night Raw, which is the go-home edition of the Red Brand, and also going to be known as WrestleMania Raw before the show of shows. But yeah, let me know what exactly is going to happen. Do you think Mama Rhodes is going to be in attendance, and we could possibly see The Rock like handing her the weight belt with Cody Rhodes' blood smudge all over it? Let me know about that as well. Hope you guys have a phenomenal Easter Sunday, and I'll see you all in the next video with some more SNA content. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here, and happy Easter, my fans. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching my video on this lovely Easter Sunday. And I'll see you next time, same time tomorrow on Easter Monday. Bye-bye. And happy